Good evening, Mountaineer fans, and welcome to the Lions Den here at Shriner University for this week's Mountaineer Coaches Show. I'm Coach Keller from Jam Broadcasting, the voice of the Tybee Antlers, sitting in for Ted Davis. And we've got another exciting night lined up for sure. The Mountaineers, of course, fresh off that statement road win at Belton, defeating the Mary Hardin Baylor JV team 35-25. That's 2 road wins in this developmental season, as Shriner football continues to build momentum in its historic first year. Tonight, we're going to hear from head coach Keith Allen to break down that victory. We'll visit with quarterback Isaac Ponce, spotlight defensive lineman Elegant Thompson, and close the show with new offensive line coach Cody Z. I'll call him Coach Z.
That's what we all do.
That's what I figured. We're football guys after all. Plus, we'll highlight the Mountaineers' community service that they've been out and about in our local community doing a lot of good. We'll be talking about that and a lot more. So let's get things started. We'll be right back with Coach Allen right after this message.
There we go.
All right, welcome back to Shriner. We talking with Shriner head coach Keith Allen about, Coach, good quality win on the road at Belton on Monday.
Oh no, number one, Belton is a great venue to be at. I mean, their stadium's first class, and 2 national championships for their football program. So for our kids to be able to go down there and just play the game was a fantastic opportunity. We weren't going to pass that chance up to play a future ASC opponent. And, again, everything about that game, that program was first class. And when we got to the kickoff, I don't know if anybody expected anything from us. So we kind of had that chip on our shoulder, like nobody thinks anything. So let's go play lights out.
Right.
And, we get there and, this is our season, right? And, that's what people forget. So we're all freshmen and a few sophomores. And this is our season. So we take everything like it's a game, because it is to us. And, the thing that we got is we're playing Mary Hardin Baylor's JV team. But what people forget is those kids are practicing against juniors and seniors every day from a well-established, well-respected championship caliber program.
Yeah, what's the old saying? Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron. So those kids, and plus, the other thing is, remember, I got hired after signing day. So everybody on our roster, for the most part, was after signing date, whereas the Mary Hardin Baylor's roster was already full. They'd already handpicked their kids for their roster.
Right.
So for us to go down there, our coaching staff in less than 6 weeks to transform a bunch of high school seniors into a competitive program speaks volumes. And, we got there, opening kickoff, we kicked the touchback, and the very first play of the game, our defense is up, and they run an out and up. Our corner kind of stumbles a little bit, and it's a touchdown. And, I said this earlier today, but, I'll say it again. So their PA announcer kind of had a little bit of, like joking in him, I guess. It was a little like, sarcastic. And
yeah.
He goes, well, with 14:48 left in the first quarter, your Crusaders are up 7-0. And I remember just thinking on the sideline, hey, one of 2 things is going to happen. Either we're going to fold or we're going to fight.
Right.
And, our kids decided to fight. So that was an awesome, awesome night to see our kids do that.
And what I'm just curious on how he sounded after each and every one of y'all scores, especially once you pulled ahead, because y'all were down 14-7 going into halftime.
At halftime, we were down 14-7. Our defense gave up the very first play of the game, and then our offense threw a pick 6. So, our defense, minus the first play of the game, shut them down the entire first half. Honestly, I didn't listen to the PA announcer much after that anyway, because I had a job to do. So, but so that's
So what was your message to the guys coming out of
at
the half?
halftime,
Yeah.
hey, I was like, here we are. It's not who we play, it's how we play, which is kind of what we harped all week. And I was like, our defense is playing lights out football. Offense, we got to start doing some conversions, but we just got to do what we do, play with our tempo, be us, play Mountaineer style football because it was hot, right? And I was like, we're built for this. We're built for the tempo. We're built for the heat. We always say the weather always favors the Mountaineers. So whatever the weather is, that favors the Mountaineers. And our kids came out and we ran tempo on offense. Our defense shut them down, and we were able to get up to where the score was, I believe, 35-18.
Okay.
And then they scored a touchdown late in the
Kind of
fourth
late.
quarter.
All right.
And then they kicked their onside kick. We got it, and we were able to win the game.
Rest is history. Your offense, coach, is putting up some numbers.
Right.
Wow, they put up a 50 burger in your first game,
Right.
and then 35 in this one. I mean,
94,
you're finding a lot of success on the offensive
Yeah.
side of the football.
94 points in 2 games, but it really goes down to opportunities, right? So the faster you play, the more snaps you get. The more snaps you get, the more chances you have to score. So, offensively, that's our philosophy. Let's go as fast as we can, wear them out, and, move the ball as quick as we can, fast as we can, score as fast as we can. And, the one thing is, if you look at the film, if you were at the game, you would see them when we would stop or sub, they would wholesale sub their defensive line. And so, but here's the deal. Their kids weren't built to go 15 plays. Our kids go 15 plays every day, all the time.
Right.
So we're sitting there and we're like, look, don't sub and go as fast as we can. And we were able to just wear down their D-line. And then their offense, I don't know if we'll play anybody that'll match our tempo offensively this year. So our defense was actually probably pretty well rested during the plays because they're used to going fast against us. And here they are, now against Mary Hardin Baylor. And, there's 30 seconds between snaps. So our defense was well rested, and, they were getting after it. Our D-line did a fantastic job of putting pressure on them and all that. So very happy with what our kids did. But, I told them, I was like, the only team that stopped at halftime, to add to your question, was the only team that stopped the Mountaineers today is the Mountaineers.
Right.
That's the only team that stopped us. It wasn't the other one. It was us. And, I told them, well, we got to fix those things, and we're going to be fine. And, that's exactly what I did. Our kids came out, and, they got a field goal. And they got the field goal because we got our punt blocked on the 6-yard line.
Oh, wow.
So they got a 1st and goal on the 6, and our defense held them to a field goal. The odds of you're supposed to win a game if you get a punt block's not very good. But our defense held them to a field goal. And then, so they're up 14 or whatever, 14-17. And then, like I said, then we rolled it on.
So
and
your defense is getting off the field, which is, you want them to be 3 and out is what you want.
Yeah, ideally, takeaways are the shortest field position. But here's the deal. At the end of the day, our kids are taking on the mantra of our defensive coordinator. Our defensive coordinator harps on bend but don't break. Again, Coach Hallmark tells them all the time, I would love to have great numbers, but he goes, at the end of the day, the only number that matters is how many points they scored and how many points we scored. So if they march up and down the field and they don't score, statistically it's not great, but it doesn't matter. Our kids are bend but don't break, and, don't let them in the end zone. And, against a very well-established Mary Hardin Baylor JV team, we were able to fight it. I believe they told me last year their JV team was undefeated.
Wow.
And so for our coaches, this was a big win. For our players, it was a big win because, those guys are well established, and this is our 2nd game together. These kids have been together 6 weeks.
Absolutely.
And so to see what these coaches have been able to do with these young men and how hard these young men are working to become a team is amazing.
Well, I was going to say, if I would have told you your first day on campus here, Coach Allen, your offense is going to put up 80-some odd points in your first 2 games. Y'all are going to be 2-0 after your first 2 games. I mean, I think you would have taken that.
Absolutely. But I was going to say, if you asked, I would have expected that anyway. But I had a lot of high expectations on Coach Hallmark and Coach Jones to be able to do their jobs. So.
But, I mean, you were playing basically a freshman squad against the sophomore, junior, maybe a few juniors. On that ball club.
But those kids are practicing, and then that's what people forget. They're practicing against juniors and seniors.
Yeah.
My kids are freshmen practicing on freshmen. I mean, so
yes.
So it's amazing to see it. But, that's the thing about our kids. Either either we're so confident that we just think we're going to win, or we're so ignorant we don't know we're not supposed to. It's one or the other. But either way, we're going to play with that swagger for the next.
You got to go with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. How does that momentum carry into your next ball game against Texas Lutheran?
Well, any coach will tell you this. It's so much easier to get corrections done after a win. Because after a loss, you're dealing with egos, you're dealing with eggshells, and you're trying to still get better, but you're trying not to just deflate your team. But, when you win, you can be extra hard on them on the little things and say, look, it didn't even have to be this close. If we'd have done X, Y, Z, it wouldn't even been close. And the kids are buying into those things. The kids are, you're winning them over when you hear them regurgitating what the defensive coordinator is saying, what the offensive coordinator is saying, what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if we ask certain questions, they have the prompt and response. Like everybody on our team knows right now, if I say, if we let a punt hit the ground, everybody on our team knows we're going to lose 17 yards on average. And we've been able to prove that. And it's the same thing. Everything our defensive coordinator, everything Coach Hallmark and Coach Jones are preaching to these kids, they're regurgitating it and they're believing it.
Yeah, and we talked on the radio this morning. You had five things that you want these kids to learn.
The 5 core values?
Yeah, the 5 core values that you're teaching the kids.
Yeah, the core values don't ever change. Number 1 is team. Team's always first. And, as long as you put the team first, everything's going to work out. The second thing is tough. You got to be tough, mentally, physically tough. The third one is enthusiasm and effort. The fourth one is discipline. And the fifth one is focus and finish. And what I told you on the radio this morning is until somebody else speaks those words into existence, they're just words on a wall. They're just a saying from a football team. And, the very first game, the head coach from Westgate Christian said, my brother was in the game. My brother was in the stands and said, you are more disciplined than us. All right, so you can take discipline off. We have achieved that. Somebody outside of our room has called us a disciplined team.
Wow.
The president of Mary Hardin Baylor texted our president and said, your team played with great energy and enthusiasm. We'll take that as enthusiasm and effort. So we can mark our number 3 core value. Somebody else has recognized that, and the head of officials said, it's amazing how far you have come as a team. So I've had 3 different references outside of our body of work that know nothing about our core values, speak our core values into existence.
Right.
So somebody said, you look like a team. Somebody said, you're very disciplined. And somebody says, you play with enthusiasm and effort. Right? So we got to prove somebody right so we can get somebody to tell us how tough we are and that we finish and focus.
It will happen, Coach.
So next week, that's our goal, to make the other team tell us that we're tough and that we finished and we focused. And then we can say all of our core values have been fed by somebody else.
Yes.
And then it's no longer a saying on the wall. It is now your core values. Now it is your standards because other people have said it.
Yeah. And part of the core values, Coach, is serving the community. And man, y'all have been the perfect example of that. You were talking about going out on Sunday before your Monday game, which is kind of unheard of.
Absolutely. So no, and when you're building a program, and if all we do is make them great football players, we miss a big point. We miss a mark. They've got to be great students, right? And we're harping on those things as well. But we're trying to get these kids to understand we want great citizens. We want people that are going to give back to their community. We want people that are going to serve their community. So, and we've told them, we are Mountaineers. We are from the hill country. We're going to be gritty and we're going to work our tails off. We're going to earn everything that's been given to us and prove everybody around us that we're worthy of what they've given us. So we're going to get out in the community and serve. So, they had the Sports for Healing going on in Ingram to serve the community that was affected by the flood. And what they said is, we really just want some people to serve our kids so our kids can have a day of fun. And so the CE Corporation got a lot of NFL, a lot of pro sports teams down there, but they couldn't get any NFL teams, right, because they're in season.
Right.
And so they called me and said, hey, we know you're a young football team, but is there any chance you can go down there with your team for 4 hours on a Sunday? And so we worked out some logistics, and I'm like, now, look, I have a Monday game. Yeah. And no coach in their right mind would say, hey, we're going to go serve the community the day before the game, because every coach is so worried about their focus and whatnot. And it was hot. But we told our kids this is an opportunity to serve your community. These people are backing you. And so we took 4 different groups. So we took all our position groups every hour, and they went out there for an hour. Each group served for 4 hours on Sunday. Got a nice email and a phone call from those people telling us about how great our kids did, and how hard they worked, and how appreciative they were. And then we came back, we practiced, and told them to hydrate and get some sleep, and then we got on the bus the next day and took care of business. So
Yeah, took care of business right. You kicked their tails, man.
that's what we're supposed to do.
I love it. I love it. And then, of course, y'all have this little Monty program that y'all
Yeah.
are going to the elementary schools.
Yeah, I don't know if they can see it or not, but so we're doing the Little Monty mentorship program where our college players are going to. There's 4 elementaries in Kerrville, and so every Friday of every month we go to a different, or every week we go to a different Kerrville elementary school. So every month we're going to every elementary school, and we're just serving them however the principal and counselors and teachers see fit. We could go recess with them. We'd go sitting in the cafeteria. One group, I'm not going to tell you which elementary, but one elementary said, "Hey, our 5th graders are really rowdy. If you guys could go play recess with them and just wear them out."
Yeah.
And, we went out there and, our kids played football against them and wore them out. And those teachers were so happy because their little 5th graders were dead tired
Yeah.
the rest of the day. So we got all their energy out of them. But so we're serving these elementaries, and it's twofold. I'm not going to be biased about what we're doing. Number one, we want our kids to learn how to serve the community. Number 2, be great role models, right? But number 3, we want these kids to love Shriner football. And, so when I was sharing this vision with the people in town and the community, when I was meeting with all the community leaders, the people at Calvary Temple stepped up. And I was like, would you guys want to sponsor the elementary closest to you? Because Daniels is right next to them, right? So would you guys want to sponsor that elementary? And she goes, well, what are you doing? And I sat down with them and shared the vision. And they said, well, we'll sponsor all the elementaries.
Wow.
And so today, in fact, I got a phone call from her and said, hey, can you go to the print shop? And, we got 2,000 plus T-shirts for you to pick up. And, so we got our little Monty logo on there.
Oh, cool.
That our marketing department made. So it's a little mountain lion running with the football, and it's got a Shriner jersey on. So so get this now, every elementary kid in Kerrville, maybe 2,200 kids are going to have a maroon little Monty T-shirt. And, we do that again next year. And think about it. We're painting this town. We're going to paint this town maroon.
Yeah.
That's our goal.
Absolutely.
So.
You're getting it done, Coach.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. And I was sharing this morning, too, that a lot of my Facebook feed was parents of some of these kids, and I had pictures of their kids with some of your players. I mean, these players are larger than life to these young kids.
As long as we stay in the elementaries, they are.
So y'all are doing a great thing, Coach.
Well,
Doing a
thank
great
you. I
thing,
appreciate
and
that.
Just keep it up and keep up the work on the field as well.
We got to win. That's what we talk about. Winners win at everything they do. And you win in the classroom, you win in the hallways, you win in the cafeteria, you win in the, you're going to win in the dorms, you're going to win on the field, you're going to win in the community. Winners win at everything they do. And that's what we preach to them.
That's awesome. How we doing on time? We good? Okay. Because I can sit and talk football all day long with you, Coach.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, let's talk a little bit more about that the game against Mary Hardin Baylor.
Right.
Of course, 2 national championships they have in that program. Stadium that is second to none as far as a Division III, even Division II and Division I stadium goes.
Let's be very honest. It's as good as any lower FBS program there is.
Yeah.
It's better than any FCS program definitely in the state.
So, did you have a lot of wide eyes?
I don't think so. I wasn't
Walking
really,
in?
I don't know. I really wasn't paying attention to the way our kids were acting. I was more worried about, us just getting through walkthrough and
Yeah.
those things.
Do you have a routine that you go through?
Me
Do you have a
personally?
pregame routine? Yeah.
No, just double check, make sure everything's getting taken care of.
Right.
I don't run the stadiums, or I should.
You don't walk the
I
field?
don't
or-
run the field. I'm busy making sure, towels are where they need to be, and we got the field goal set up,
Right.
the kicking net set up. But no, I've never had a ritual or routine. I don't have a favorite shirt I wear or a sock or anything like that. Now, just, I don't believe in those things. I just believe in you just do your job. And, I'm worried about that and being on time.
Yeah, you were saying before too, Coach, that I mean, these guys are freshmen. They've never played a collegiate football. Most of them come fresh from high school football teams.
Right.
So you're facing a lot of different things.
Right.
And you literally had to take them out to Tybee Stadium and go through a run-through of a football game.
Yeah, we did one on our campus, and then we won one under the lights at Tybee because, there's a lot of things that go into a game. The sideline communication, the discipline of where they got to be, and just understanding how, hey, this is how we're going to enter halftime. This is how we're going to enter pregame. This is how we're going to do this. This is how we're going to do that. And to get them to know, hey, it's 15-minute quarters and a 15-minute halftime. And all these Texas high school kids are coming from 12-minute quarters, 30-minute halftime. So
Right.
that's a big difference.
Yes, it is.
That's a big difference for them. And, again, my coaching staff too, it's the first time we'd all been together in these roles. So there was a lot of learning. Like, our first week, I was frustrated all the time because we were having to teach everything. Like, we're talking about the standard of the locker room, the standard of how you take the field, the standard of how we transition between drills and what the drills are. And where on the field we're going to do these things. And, and
I mean, literally
everything.
from step one.
Everything, because I had no seniors and I hadn't had a coaching staff that had worked with me before, and so the coaching staff, we met and we had it all planned out, but then to orchestrate it with the kids, it's a little bit different thing. And then so our AD came out to the last practice day or so a couple of days ago when we had Parents Weekend, and he comes up to me afterwards and goes, "It was like a ballet," and I was like, I thought he was talking about we were soft or something. So I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things going on. And I was like, well, we do meet every morning as a coaching staff and spend a good 20, 30 minutes going over practice and how it's going to look. And then we break up offense and defense. And then our defensive coaches are working on what their defensive practice looks like. And our offensive coaches are, working on what their offensive practice looks like. And, I'm working on what special teams looks like, because we only get a limited amount of time on the field with these kids. So if we're wasting time getting them lined up and getting them to do this, that, and the other, that's time they're not getting better at the game of football. So we have to be super organized. It's just like teaching a class. You don't go into a classroom not having a plan and a lesson plan.
Right.
Our guys have a lesson plan every day, exactly what they're going to cover and teach and how they're going to teach it and where we're going to teach it and all that. And, people forget that. It's like for your job and my job, people just think we show up on game day and we just roll out the ball and say, let's go.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of hidden work behind any, to be successful in any endeavor takes a lot of work behind the scenes that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, our coaches do a fantastic job. There's no job too small. I'll tell you that. There's not one job too small for this coaching staff, and it's a great blessing to have this staff with us. And these kids are feeding on those characteristics as well. And our kids, our kids will do anything for anybody on this campus. It's amazing to see our kids. Like, you don't know how many people have told us, your kids are opening the door, saying, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, looking us in the eyes.
Every time they've been into the radio station, we get nothing but that. I mean, we're always bragging on Shriner young men and women, because that's what.
Yeah, it's that's your standard, and that's your
that's
culture.
standard.
So
That's
we're
exactly
so
right.
fired up about it.
Yeah. No, great things happening.
Yeah,
here at
we
Shriner,
are
Coach.
fired up, and it's just brighter future ahead. But like I
doubt.
said before, everybody loves a beginner or a winner, so you better be one or the other or both. So we're trying to be both right now.
Well, you're doing it very well, Coach.
I
Of
appreciate
course,
it.
big game on the road next Monday against Texas Lutheran. Encourage everyone to make that road trip. Of course, if you come short road trip from Kerrville, it's not that bad.
Less than 2 hours from Seguin, y'all. So we expect to see
Let's
maroon
pack the
packed.
stands. You said the fans have been coming out,
Hey,
though.
our
They've been doing.
our parents and grandparents and family members of our players have been amazing. We have more fans at the last two games than the home team. So
Wow.
let's keep that streak going.
Absolutely. Let's do that. Coach, appreciate it very much.
All right, thank you.
We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, you got a treat, man. We're going to get to go talk to the quarterback, Isaac Ponce, on our return. Don't go away.
Here at Shriner, we offer 4 different nursing programs. We have our VN program, Vocational Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, RN to BSN online program, as well as our new Master's in Family Nurse Practitioner track program. We offer small class sizes. In the classroom itself, you'll never have more than 30 students. Here in the sim lab, we always have 1 instructor to 10 students, at least 1 instructor to 10 students, where those instructors are able to build relationships and cater to the unique needs of the students. We have a lot of hands-on practice here in the skills lab. This allows our students to feel more comfortable when they're entering the clinical setting and performing these skills on actual patients.
All right, welcome back to the Lions Den on Shriner University campus, the student section. This is kind of a neat place, man. want to talk a little bit about that. We got quarterback Isaac Ponce joining us now.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Isaac, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right, we're going to need to get that mic up on him because, yeah, there we go, real tight. How do you bark out your quarterback? Are you a clapper? Do you go on clap or do you bark? Do you
No, we say go.
go? All right, so I want you to act like you're actually about to get a snap, and I want that that volume, okay?
You're gonna be loud.
You're so soft spoken.
Yeah.
So, we need you to speak up just a little bit. Be that.
You want me to say go?
Yeah.
Go.
No, that's not the way. Your offensive lineman would be like still sitting there.
Well, first I call the protection, so it'll be
Okay,
white.
let's run through it. Go.
White, white, white. Go. But it'll be louder.
Okay. And what does that tell? What you're calling that play out to who? Lineman? Do you call out a play to the lineman first, and then the receivers?
No, we do hand signals. So the receivers look at the hand signals and the calls for the
Okay, so the receivers are getting the call from the sideline,
Mm-hmm.
and then your tailback and you are in communication, I guess, because y'all are right there together.
He looks at the hand signals as well.
Okay, all right. So is that the way y'all get all your plays sent in
Yes, sir.
from the sideline then? How hard was it to? First of all, where did you come from? Where did you graduate high school?
Brazoswood High School.
Brazos. Did y'all run the same kind of offense that y'all are running here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you kind of fit into it pretty easily then.
Yes, sir.
Did you find it difficult learning the Shriner plays compared to what you had in high school?
No, not that much.
Really? I mean, so your high school coach was pretty advanced then, because I mean, you're talking to university here, and I know being a first year program that we're trying to keep it simple, right? That's the old mantra, KISS, keep it simple for the kids. So you find it an easy transition from your high school. You're a freshman this year?
I'm a sophomore
Oh,
academically.
okay.
I transferred from Texas Lutheran University.
Oh, ooh, okay.
Yeah. But I
So-
didn't play because I was hurt.
Oh,
my
okay.
shoulder.
But you're on the team, so you get to go back to Texas Lutheran couple Mondays, not next Monday, but the following, and kind of face your old team. You kind of looking forward to that?
I am.
I bet you are. So let's talk about a little bit about Shriner. Why did you want to transfer from Texas Lutheran over to Shriner University?
My high school coach texted me. So, I mean, it seemed like a good opportunity.
Mhm.
I came to visit the school and I really liked the environment. So, I mean, that's really just how I ended up over here.
So you showed up. You showed up to Shriner on the first day that the football players reported, and I guess I don't know. There's probably 3 or 4 quarterbacks. How many quarterbacks do y'all have?
Right now,
Yeah,
9, 8.
eight quarterbacks. So you're showing up to campus going, okay, I've got to beat out this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy and that guy. And,
I only seen one.
oh, okay.
Mhm.
And you're like, I got this. I can do it.
You know, I just trust my training.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you have to. And a quarterback is a good leader. You got to be a good leader on and off the field, Isaac. And
yes,
I
sir.
think you're probably that for sure. So tell me a little bit about your first 2 games, because y'all have had a lot of success finding the end zone.
We have. I mean, we run a very fast-paced offense.
Mhm.
It's hard for defenses to keep up with us. The linemen get tired quick. We run the ball a lot. I mean, Coach Jones will call the same play 10 times in a row if we're getting 4+ yards on it. So,
Well, until they stop it, why not?
and then, you know, we'll come in, we'll air it out. And so it's a really good system. It's hard to stop.
So let's talk a little bit about your receivers then. I mean, are they guys that can go up and get a 50-50 ball? Are they
No, for sure.
speedsters and you just air it down the field, or?
I mean, they're everything. I mean, Derek, Andrew, Nick, they're just really good.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Derek, I know if it's one-on-one downfield, all I have to do is throw the ball in a position for him to go up and grab it, and
Right.
more than likely he'll come down with it. Same thing with Andrew. He's a speedster. We have 3 touchdowns this season.
Okay,
2 of them were last game. It was a 76-yard touchdown.
nice.
And then the game before that, it was like a 65 and then a slant route. So I think me and the receivers have a really good connection all together, and everybody's pretty good.
Yeah. So, I mean, are you a running quarterback? Do you like that you go, yeah, got this?
Texas Q.
Texas Q.
Yeah.
All right. Because you know it's going to be a touchdown?
Well, I know something's gonna happen.
You know something's going to happen. Probably going to be a touchdown.
Probably.
All right. That's cool. Do y'all do any back shoulder throws? I know that's become a thing. Like,
We have
teams.
we have a specific play where the safety goes over the top. When It has to be a back shoulder in order for it to fit in that window. But yeah, we work on it quite a bit.
Okay. So let's talk about your offensive line because those are your dogs, man.
Yeah, those are my
Oh,
guys.
yeah, they're the guys that protect you. Talk a little bit about those guys up front.
I mean, they're good. They're just dogs. They're not scared. They listen. They follow leadership really well. They never give up. I mean, I can go on all day about them, but
Right.
they're just dogs.
Open holes for their tailback. Who is your tailback?
We switch out, but
Okay.
Laura, Dom, Tyler are main three right now. So,
Okay.
every single running back we have is really good. So
Right.
no matter who's in the backfield, something's going to happen. We're going to get yards. So we have a really good backfield.
Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. So let's talk about your upcoming game with Texas Lutheran. You're saying that you actually transferred from Texas Lutheran to come here to Shriner. What are you looking forward to the most about going back to Texas Lutheran?
It's just another game.
Yeah.
Nothing special about it.
I like it.
I'm looking forward to it being a really good game.
You still have some friends playing on the team?
No, I don't believe so.
You don't
they
think
all
so?
dropped out after I left.
You were their leader then.
In a way.
Our leader goes, we go. So that's the way it works. Well, I think, man, we wish you the best of luck in your game, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday in Texas Lutheran. And I know this community is hungry and excited and ready to watch some Shriner Mountaineer football at Tybee Antler Stadium. Looking forward to that as well.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you making the time
Yes,
to
sir.
join us, man.
Thank you for having me.
Isaac Ponce, the quarterback for the Shriner University Mountaineers. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to switch over to the other side of the football, the defensive side, and we're going to be talking with defensive lineman Elegant Thompson on our return. Don't go away.
With the explosion of the Texas wine industry, we at Shriner University decided to do something about it. So we started a viticulture program called Vinos dos Colinas. With Vinos dos Colinas, we're providing an education basis around farming and viticulture sciences to allow you to advance your career in the world of grape growing. We're focusing on the practical skills needed to be a vineyard operator. So you'll learn things like irrigation, tractor maintenance, tractor operation, spraying, all the things that you need to know to operate and be a great labor force for the vineyard industry in Texas. At Shriner University, we fully believe and are committed to helping people find careers and great opportunities.
All right, welcome back to Shriner University. We're in the Lions Den. I know that they did the first two shows over at Ringo's, and probably are y'all going to be going back to Ringo's? So next show we'll be back over at Ringo's. So looking forward to that. But tonight we're in the Lions Den. Nice atmosphere here, man. I like this. What is this called? What do you guys call this place?
The Lions Den. Yeah, the Lions Den.
Well, I mean, there's a sign right there. It says the Lions Den. But is it called the Student Rec Building? I mean, because when he said come to the Lions Den, Activity Center. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So it's kind of the hub of Shriner University.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're talking to Elegant Thompson.
Yes, sir.
And where did you graduate high school from?
South San.
South San?
Yes, sir.
All right. Very good. So not very far from home.
No.
So have your parents been able to come and watch you play?
Nah, they don't live in San Antonio.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So they're further away.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's talk about what made you decide to come to Shriner University.
I heard that there was a new football program starting up, so I
Mhm.
just wanted to see what was going on. And
So are you a freshman?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're coming from basically a high school football team, South End football team,
Yes, sir.
and you're wanting to continue playing football. You weren't done with football
Yeah.
because when football gets in your blood, I mean, shoot, man, I remember, I think I suited up. We played a alumni game, full pass alumni game, and I think I was 46 years old. I went back and suited up and played a little bit.
Oh,
Not
damn.
very long, but I did play.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it gets in your blood, man, and
Right.
it doesn't ever leave. You
Yeah,
know,
no.
it's something about the sport. So let's talk about your short time here at Shriner. You get to the university. You show up first day with all the football guys, and man, what was your thought coming into a brand new program like this?
Well, I got here late, so I was scared because I didn't
Okay.
really come during the summer. So whenever I got here, everyone already had their spots, and I was just like the underdog, basically.
Okay.
And I was wondering how to fit in, basically.
Right.
And as soon as I got that going, then
Well, there's a lot of nervousness going into a new place for sure. What do you play on defense?
defensive end.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Did you play that in high school as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So obviously you like the position.
Love the position.
What do you love about it?
It's just aggressive. It really is.
Yeah.
Once you get past that tackle, it's over for the quarterback.
And you can use your speed. I bet you got some good speed
Oh,
too,
yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Have you been finding a lot of success? How many tackles do you have on the season? 2 games.
I have 4 sacks.
4 sacks. What I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
So you're definitely using that speed
Yeah.
to get to the quarterback.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's awesome. So what is a defensive play that when your defensive coach calls it, you're going like, here comes another sack. I'm going to get mine right here. What is it?
They would call wide.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's it. And we just move out to like a 9. And
So you like
go back.
space? You like
Yes, sir.
space a little bit more?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I like to work it. I
Right.
work the corner, work the edge.
And I mean, there's more to just rushing the quarterback than just running and rushing the quarterback, right?
Them side scissors, sir.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that guy in front of you is trying to prevent you from getting to him. So, I mean, what are you learning as far as what you didn't know in high school? What's something that the coaches here at Shriner have maybe taught you on a dig or whatever it is that may have helped you find the success that you're having here at Shriner?
One move that he did teach us was side scissors, and that works so much better than
Yeah.
any other pass rush. It really does.
So yeah, so I love that when you can find that one thing that just gives you that much more of an advantage over that guy in front of you, for sure. All right, well, let's talk about your defensive teammates, man. We talked about the offensive side of the board with your quarterback.
Right.
So let's talk about the defense. Of course, your defensive line is going to be right next to you,
Right.
tackles and whatnot.
Yes, sir.
So
we
talk
got
about those guys.
We got our D tackles, Jorge and Sosa, and then we got our D ends, which would be Joaquin and me.
Mhm.
And that 4 is just it's unstoppable for. As soon as we get, it's a pass rush, it's over for the quarterback.
I love it.
Yes,
I love
sir.
it. And what about your linebackers?
Linebackers are really good too.
Yeah?
He's looking at me right now.
Which one? Where's the
He
linebacker?
right there. He right there.
All
looking
right,
at-
I got you. All
Yeah.
right,
They know how to really come down on the ball. They do pretty good, especially with run plays.
right.
Yes, sir.
So do y'all do a lot of stunning with the?
Oh. Yeah, no, we do.
Yeah.
We have some plays for that.
I don't want to give anything away.
No, just joking.
But yeah, I mean, gosh, that's the favorite part of when your number gets called on a stunt or whatever. You know that if you do what you need to do and was taught, that more than likely you're going to be successful out there on the play, whatever that is it's called.
Yep.
Right? All right. So let's talk a little bit about your first 2 games. You say you have 4 sacks of the quarterback.
Yeah.
When did you get the 4 sacks?
I got 2.
2 in the first game?
Yeah.
And then 2 in the second game?
Yeah.
All right. So you divided it up pretty evenly.
Yeah.
Very good. Which team did you feel was tougher?
UMHB.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably so.
They're bigger.
Yeah. Well,
Not taller, but bigger.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, going up against probably sophomores, they got a year on you for
Mhm.
sure. And let's talk about we didn't talk about the safeties. We can't leave those out. Cornerbacks and safeties. Let's go ahead and knock those out before we move on to the next thing. I don't want to forget about those guys.
Yeah, I don't know none of their names.
Oh, it's
I
okay.
lie to you, but I know.
I mean, that's how new this program is, honestly.
Yeah, they do good though. They do really good. Like,
Yeah.
whenever we're all paying attention and doing what we're taught to do, then it all looks good. But
Yeah.
we just got to fix the little things, basically.
I bet you'll know their name before the end of the season.
But yeah, hopefully.
Y'all have nicknames for each other?
D-line,
Okay.
safeties. Yeah.
Yeah, the nicknames will come too,
Yeah.
right? I
No,
mean,
yeah, it's
you
gonna
got to
come.
get to know each other a little bit and joke around with each other a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit. Nicknames come
Yes, sir.
during the season.
Yeah.
So I always like to, my former broadcast partner, Wally Reed, and his favorite thing was coming up with nicknames for all the players.
Yeah.
That was his favorite thing to do. So he would have a heyday with you guys, I guarantee you. That's for sure. So let's talk a little bit more. We've got Texas Lutheran coming up on Monday. Do you find it hard to play on a Monday? I mean, because you normally play on a Friday. I mean, how do you feel about playing on a Monday?
So it's a new experience. Like it was uncomfortable, and it's hot.
Yeah.
Super hot. We played
Yeah.
at like 5, and I don't. It was really really hot.
But today's practice, I mean, it's kind of mild out there, right?
oh yeah,
For
it felt
today's
good.
practice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it felt good. It felt really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're about to get into fall. It'll get a little bit better.
Yeah,
Weather get a
hopefully.
little bit better
Yes, sir.
for sure. Well, what is your favorite thing to do here on Shriner campus other than go to class? Because I know that's on your first to-do list, right? Go to class.
I got a scooter. So I would just be riding around.
All right,
Coach Hall
see?
might be telling me to slow down. It's hilarious.
So it's one of those motorized scooters.
Yeah,
not one
the
of those
electric scooters. Yeah. They're pretty fun. And then
Okay.
we just hang out with most of the D linemen. We'll go eat or something. Whatever there is to do.
Y'all go out into town and eat.
Yeah. We go
Okay.
into town, or we'll probably go to San Antonio sometimes. It
I
depends.
got you.
Yeah.
Where's y'all's favorite spot to eat in Kerrville?
It's like SAKE. It's a sushi spot. It's really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Saki.
Yeah, Sake.
Yeah, okay.
Sake.
All right. I like that too. That's one of my favorite spots too.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is. Well, very good, man. So your first name's Elegant?
Yes, sir.
How did that name come to be?
I don't know. All my siblings got like unique names. so
Yeah.
I guess I was just.
That's a unique name.
Yeah.
That's a unique name. You won't forget it. I mean, that's one of those names that you hear and you go, yeah, that's old Elegant
Yeah.
out there. Doing what he does. Well, Elegant, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you. And I know you guys, like I said, I know the Kerrville community can't wait to have y'all play some home games.
Right.
Man, it's going to be a lot of fun, and the community is so excited about Shriner football, and hopefully we send a whole crew over to Texas Lutheran
Right.
on Monday to cheer y'all on to another good dub. 3-0, man.
Yes, sir. Hopefully.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Be great.
Did you think? I mean, brand new team, man. I mean, did you ever think that y'all would be sitting where you're at right now?
Not a chance.
I mean, that first day of practice.
Yeah. No.
Honestly, I mean, you're going out there and everybody's learning everything for the first time.
No, I didn't expect that at all. Like, all you hear is coaches yelling, people making mistakes, but when it all comes together, though, we do pretty good.
It's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it is amazing the things that y'all are doing. So keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
All right, man. All right, I guess we're going to talk to defensive coachman, Coach Zwinnerman. Coach Zwinnerman? I don't know. I'm going to have to, he's giving me, yeah, is that right? Zwinnerman, all right. We'll talk to Coach Z on our return. Don't go away. All right, welcome back to Shriner University. We're at the Lions Den in the rec hall.
Oh, yeah.
This is what they call it.
Yeah.
Man, this place, I haven't been to Shriner in a while, and I've been in this place. Actually, I had a meal up top. I haven't been to this part,
Yes, sir.
but this is pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Everything from the game room over there. They got the pool tables going on, man. It's a cool hangout
Cool.
spot.
It is a cool hangout spot. Talking to Coach Z.
Yes, sir.
You're the offensive line coach.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here, Coach.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate you making the
Of
time.
course. Yes, sir.
So where did you come from?
So I most recently I came from Woods High School. I spent a season coaching there. My past 3 years have been at the high school level. Before that, I was at Giddings High School. That's actually where I grew up and kind of how I got in there.
Okay.
What brought me to Giddings, working the high school level, was I needed to make some real deal money. And before that, I was at Houston Christian. I was their assistant O-line coach and QC, working for free for 2 years. So when people want to get in a contest with me, how much they like football, I did it for free for 2 years. My wife she's right over there, could probably tell some fun stories and maybe some not so fun stories about those times.
Ramen noodle.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. 1 bedroom apartment, and then my daughter came along, and all that changed. So, but I wouldn't trade any of that journey for anything. I think it all kind of helped form me into the coach I am today,
Absolutely.
and going through those things was special to me, and it continues to be that way.
So a girl and a boy? Little
Yes,
boy?
yeah,
Saw some little
Colin.
boy running around too.
Yep, Collins is over there, and
Okay.
Lofton, my son, he's a year and a half, and they're having a fun time tonight. So they're
All
enjoying
right.
it.
What do you
Yes,
think
sir.
of Kerrville?
I love it. I love it. I grew up in a small town of about 5,000 people. Like I say, that Giddings, and this is exactly my type of vibe here. Just you have a perfect combination. You're in an outdoors kind of environment. If you like that, that's what you got here. But there's also everything to do here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to go to San Antonio to go get something. It's all right there.
Right,
So. I couldn't really ask for anything more. And everything that this community, I mean, we moved here in June, and there's obviously been some negative things that have happened since then. But I'm proud to be a part of a community that got so strong together and really came together. And like I said, it just makes me feel more proud than anything to be a part of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's awesome. As far as football goes, I mean, the tradition, starting with Tivy and everything else, I mean, it's not like we're having to compete with anybody here. This is a great spot, and that's part of the reason why we came here.
I was going to ask you what intrigued you about the job here at Shriner.
Yeah,
What was it?
the town,
Yeah.
first and foremost, and then the opportunity to come in and build from the ground up. And I think, especially a position like offensive line, and defensive line as well, for that matter, the culture of those position groups are going to largely define the culture of first that side of the ball, and then you expand out to the whole football team. And so having to go to a place where you don't have to restructure every single part of the culture and break old habits, you get to put them in,
Yeah.
from day one. And so I'm telling my O-line right now, like, the responsibility that we have, and we need to grow up quick so that when these next classes come through, they have that in place for them. Like, we got to be seniors now. And I told some of them, it's kind of like, for anybody that's grown up without a father figure in their life, or maybe they lost one when they were younger, they had to grow up quick and be the man of the house. And as far as football goes, that's what we have to do. We have to be the man of the house now. We're not really buying into the mindset of we'll win in 4 years. We want to win now.
Yeah.
And I think every single coach on this staff and wants to do that as well, and that's catching on with the players. I think you can see that this year with some of the success we're having. But the flip side of that with me and the O-line is we can't get complacent just because we won 2 football games. If anything, that's increasing the target on our back, and people want to take you down when you start winning. So keeping that hungry mindset's important too.
Have you always been an offensive line coach?
I have been for the past 5-6 years.
Okay.
I spent some time coaching running backs before that. And then I spent some time at Sam Houston State with the receivers there. That's really where I got my football start at the college level.
What did you
So
play?
I played quarterback and receiver. It may be hard to tell looking at me now. I do like how
I
people.
understand how that works.
I'm still in a good spot though, because people don't just guess I coach offensive line when they talk to me. So that, you know what I mean. So that's a good spot to
I
be
know
in,
exactly
too.
what you mean.
So yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's good stuff. Well, I mean, you talked about guys coming to Shriner, implementing from the first step. I mean, you guys met as coaches, got to know each other,
Yes, sir.
put together a quick game plan.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, talk about that part of it being such a brand new program and just starting from step one. I mean, what a challenge. Has that been a challenge at all?
Well,
Or?
I think, getting in here with Coach Jones early, we've been working since, June together on what do we want to do, as far as, you should see the big master cut up that we sent. We spent how many weeks going through, Coach, and making, how are we going to phrase every single motion? How are we going to phrase every single thing so that it talks to everybody the same way? So a lot of that work, by the time it got to late July, a lot of that work had kind of been put in place, and Coach Allen did a great job of, we kind of had to do our offensive presentations and have that stuff ready to go, and like we were doing a clinic. And I think that helped us really poke holes in anything we might have as far as verbiage goes, and so we got a lot of that smoothed out before we even got to August. So we did a lot of that hard work in the summer months. So, yes, sir.
Well, I mean, are you at all surprised y'all are sitting where you are?
No, not when you look at the work that we've been putting in. And I think when you look at us, it's the same for our O-line group. Like, we're very, very tight knit. There's not really anybody that is off in a corner while we're going to eat. Like, we're all together. We're a unit, and I think you could say that when you look at the team as a whole. If you were to go walk into one of our team meeting rooms, it's not the DBs all sitting together away from the O-line. Like, everyone is intermixed and everyone is talking. I think that contributes a lot to our early success and willingness to buy in. And I think if you were to look at it that way, that's a good indicator of why it's been that way.
Yeah.
But I think as far as me personally and how the O-line thinks, we're play to play, week to week. We're not looking at – our expectation is, on a play, that we're going to go the hardest that we can during that play and give great effort. And if we do all the right things consistently day in and day out, all those other things fall into place. So, I don't think we're coming into it looking at like, okay, here's our record, putting it on the board. We're just going week by week and making sure we're doing the best we can, put ourselves in a good position to win.
Right. So your linemen are getting the signals from the sideline as well?
No, they get all their calls from the quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the quarterback gets the call from the sideline, and then he barks it out.
Yes, sir. And then
to
we're
the
rolling.
linemen, and
Yes,
then
sir.
They know what to do, and
Yep. So it makes film study that much more important because we're a tempo offense. We don't have time to stop the quarterback and let us do all our fancy pointing around and this guy's the mic. Like, we can communicate, but we better be doing as we're getting down.
Right.
So how do you get to that point? You watch so much film that you already know the defensive structure that's coming. You've anticipated that, and you're able to make the calls that you need to make on the fly. And then that's, there's a few clips. You go back and watch the game from yesterday, or the day before, excuse me. We're able to do that really, really quickly, and then you get that competitive advantage. If they don't have the gas tank to go, it makes our job that much more easy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a key part of what we do offensively.
so where do you feel like y'all's success is deriving from? Is it from the early stuff that y'all are putting in? Is it stuff that y'all are putting in now? Obviously, y'all are probably going to be putting in a little bit each and every week.
There's a lot to be
plays go,
said as far as the scheme. It's very simple.
Okay.
And I've run a similar scheme back when I was at Houston Christian under some guys there. And you're able to go fast because there's not a million different calls. It's not like the NFL verbiage of, scattered to west,
The
right,
more the
tight,
kids have to think, the
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of it, but I think it also goes back to like just our team's ability and willingness to buy into what's going on. Like, we're not having to drag these guys by the scruff to do every single thing daily. Do we have issues with the young team? Every now and then some immaturity stuff, but for the most part, everyone's doing the right thing. And they want, and the success is helping that along, I think, too. They're starting to see that, hey, we've got a big picture plan for this, and hey, you know what? When we do it this way, it works out pretty good, and our guys do a great job working together, and when we make a mistake, using that mistake to actually get better instead of making the same mistake week after week after week. I think if you look at, not to focus us out or single us out too much, but offensive line had 8 pre-snap penalties or something like that the week before, and this week we had 1 holding call. So I think that kind of goes to show like our willingness to actually put in the work and be craftsmen of what we're trying to do.
Gosh, Coach, that's got to be, to have that improvement from week one. to week 2.
It certainly
Holy
fires me
cow.
up.
Absolutely.
Lowers my blood pressure a little bit. So I'm always
For
a
sure.
big fan of that. So yes, sir.
So pass protection for the quarterback. Are y'all more of a drop back? What kind of pass protection?
We do a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? Like we operate out of the quick game, and when we get into the quick game, we want to use some aggressive pass sets. You know, I won't get too deep into every single thing that we're doing, but I think that part of it is a good change up in any offense. You know, when you've got especially got some good edge rushers like Elegant that was up here talking, you're playing someone like that. You want to throw some change ups, and we'll get to our quick game protection, and we'll have our tackle kind of jump out at you real quick. It kind of slows up the rush, so they don't know for a second, is this a run or is this a pass?
Right.
That's just one thing that I like, that kind of gives you a physical edge in pass protection. You know, there's a common phrase that pass protection isn't passive, and I'm a firm believer in that.
You don't want to give away, if you're dropping straight back, that gives away that, it's pass.
Yes,
Pass
sir.
is coming. So I like that.
Yes, sir.
That part of it as well. Do you do a lot of cross blocking on your running, or is it basically just base block?
Oh, we do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know
won't
you don't want to
too
get
into some things I like that we do.
because I have a lot of fans from Seguin that tune in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. Well, you'd be surprised. You know, like
Well,
I
I
said,
know.
as a former QC and GA, you're out there on the airways trying to find every bit of information you can. No, we don't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We do a lot of base stuff, and I think it's a big thing. We have a key set of plays that we want to run, and we don't want to, learn 1,000 kicks. We want to master the few of them really, really good. So I kind of butchered that phrase, that old Bruce Lee phrase, but we want to be a master of a few key things. We don't want to major in 1 million different aspects of the run game or anything else.
Gotcha.
So, yes, sir.
Well, who was your mentor? Who was your mentor growing up? Who was that coach that really made that mark on you that you said, man, I want to do that?
Well, the guy I learned under, his name is Jared Castor. He's the offensive line coach at Wake Forest now. But he had a big influence. I worked with him at Houston Christian, and that's when I got started with offensive line.
Okay.
And I realized quickly that O-line play is the reason why I like football anyway, and why I wanted to play it when I was younger, even as a former receiver and DB. Like, I just love the physicality part of it.
It all starts with the front.
Exactly. And the physicality and then the togetherness of football. You ask most players that used to play, even yourself, like, what do you miss most about playing football? It's not always the big hits and all that. That's fun, but you remember the teammates. You remember the jokes that you had in the locker room and all those good times. And that's what the O-line room is. And I tell this to a lot of the recruits and our current O-linemen that if you had to pick a position group to define the game of football, I think O-line is one of the best groups to do that. You know what I mean? As far as just showing up every single day, you're never going to get your name in the paper. You got to work together with each other.
Right.
That is what a team sport is, and that's my favorite thing about it. And I think Coach Castor did a good job of reinforcing those ideas. And his big thing. He would never ask an offensive lineman to do something that he's never done or wouldn't do himself. And I kind of took a lot of those lessons very close to my heart and kind of lit a fire underneath me, and I have a lot of what I know and the way that I operate is thanks to him. So him and Coach Zach Kitley, who's out at Florida Atlantic now, he's a head coach there. They did a great job, get me to learn scheme and football. I have a lot of thanks to go out to those guys.
That's awesome. Coach, appreciate you sharing. Man.
Yeah, of course.
It's good stuff. And like I said, this Kerrville community is hungry for little collegiate football. I'm telling you, it's going to be big when y'all start next season. But we'll make the road trip with you.
Amen.
Yeah, we'll ride along and see how y'all do over at Seguin. I'm looking forward to it. I want to make the road trip over.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait to watch you guys.
Yes, sir.
Coach, appreciate you making the time.
Of course.
All right. That's going to do it for tonight's Mountaineer Coaches Show, live from the CCAC Lions Den here at Shriner University. Big thank you to Coach Keith Allen, quarterback Isaac Ponce, defensive lineman Elegant Thompson, of course, offensive line coach C. Appreciate you, Coach, for joining us tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget this Friday, the Mountaineers going to be visiting Nimitz Elementary as part of their Monty mentorship program, and going to be handing out those cool T-shirts, I'm sure. So make sure your kids are at school on Friday if they want to get one of these cool-looking T-shirts. And of course, October 6th, it's another big road test game against Texas Lutheran University. We'll be back here next week, or actually at Ringo's next week. And we'll have more player spotlights, program updates, and community news as well. Until then, I'm Coach Keller with Jam Broadcasting saying so long. We'll see you next time. Thank you.